What's up, y'all? If you're new to this channel, my name is Shay. Welcome, and if you're coming back, welcome back. Okay, so I wanted to get straight into the video topic. Okay, so got my tea with me too. So basically, I have this concept I want to talk about, and I think it's going to help the lot of you. Okay, it's being able to bulk on OMAD, or being able to bulk while you're intermittent fasting. Okay, now this is a concept that I started learning about, and perhaps you have as well in the productivity space. It's about how basically when you eat, right? It's very hard for you to think after you have a big meal. So what do people do? They fast. They fast so that all they do is drink water, coffee, and perhaps tea, things of that nature, like I am right now. And so you can think faster, you can process things faster because it feels as if it takes a lot of energy to digest. And if you're one of those people and you're struggling to bulk while being productive, this video will help because I know that people like Hamza, people like Andrew Tate, Iman Gaji, they've all talked about how, I don't know about Iman Geji and Andrew, but they've talked, Hamza's talked about how bulking can seem like a full-time job. And I completely agree, right? Bulking is very, very difficult. It takes up so much of your time to not only meal prep, to cook, all these things, and then to be able to eat that and then to feel slow on top of that. You know what I mean? And so that really, really sucks for our productivity. We can't work on our business like we want to. And these people, these people that we look up to, like Andrew, Hamza, Iman Gaji, all these people, all these businessmen, body is not their goal right now. They've already achieved that and they did that in the past. So now they're giving you the productivity tools and the productivity hacks, but they're not working as well because you're a younger guy that's trying to bulk. And perhaps you're skinnier. Perhaps you even have some weight on you right now. This video will still help because it will help you know that in the future, when you do decide to bulk and go on a healthier bulk, you can use this information and it'll really help you. Okay, so now I'm going to the substance of the video. Okay, so in order to bulk, right, you have to think, okay, what do you have to do, right? You have to meet your calories. You have to meet your calories. And that means that you have to eat a little bit more than you usually do. Now, that'll probably mean you have to cook a little bit more than you usually do. Okay, perhaps. I'm going to go from the cooking standpoint because that takes more time. Some of you might just order your meals, which is perfectly fine. But I'm going to go from the most time-consuming standpoint, okay? So eating those meals and consuming those meals and making those meals, sorry, two of those are the same thing. Consuming those meals, making those meals, they take up a lot of time on your bulk, right? And so it's hard for you to get anything done productively, and you can't even have like a lot of time to work because you're busy stuffing yourself with 6 meals and all the shit that these influencers talk about. Not that they have bad intentions or anything, but they talk about having 6 meals a day, having this and then cooking that, and then it's like it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. Your attention's going elsewhere now. You can't sit down and do deep work. So that's what's so concerning about that, right? And so now we think, okay, I need to get my calories in, but I also need to be productive. How do I do that? And you think, okay, how do I efficiently optimize and minimize my time? So you think, okay, what if I was able to cook all my meals in one time? Okay, all of them at one time, which is what a lot of meal prep people actually talk about when it comes to like all the gym bros. They talk about this idea, right? Being able to meal prep all at one time, and that's a great thing, that's a lovely thing. But what if I could also eat those meals at a certain window of my day where I don't have to particularly think, or maybe I could do the lower energy tasks? You know what I'm talking about? Like the concept of the eat the frog in the morning, which for those of you who don't know, it basically means you wake up fast and you do your hardest work in the morning, right? And you're fasted, and so your neurons are firing like that, and you're not spending energy digesting your food or time digesting your food. And so later on, you can focus on eating and then doing the lower energy tasks, right? And so what if I could do that too? What if I could do that? That'd be great. And honestly, that is exactly what you do. And I'll go into a little bit more detail, but I know Hamza and all these guys talk about being able to bulk in a full-time job, but that becomes a very limiting belief really quickly, because I also thought I can't bulk unless I have 6 meals a day, unless I have 3 spread out meals a day. But that is not the case. What is the case though is you can train yourself into having meals in a smaller and smaller and smaller window as you go on, okay, as you go on throughout your bulk. What makes this even easier is that if you're someone like me and you see food as fuel, then you'll stick to the 3-4 meals that you make on a daily basis, and you'll eat the same thing every day. Now I know that sounds boring, but when it comes to bulking, something has to give, right? And I think it is the best case scenario if you find not only healthy foods, right? Calorically dense foods that you can enjoy eating, that you can eat all at one time and cook all at one time to save all the time that you need to be able to save for the work block. And then you could focus on eating that while you do your low energy tasks. So the way in which I would structure my day if I was to bulk like this is wake up, whatever time you choose that to be, right? Do your hardest task, fast, coffee, tea. And I know Hamza's talked about like optimizing your brain, so you don't want to do that. But at the stage that he was making his business, he was still having coffee and stuff like that. So just take that advice how you will, right? And so I still have my tea, I still have my coffee. And then I wait till about 4, okay? And I start eating, okay? I start eating and I make an egg sandwich that I love every single day. The 4 eggs that I make helps with testosterone, healthy, you know? And then I make oats, and I also make a protein shake that is liquid in calories, because that also helps you down a lot of calories, right? Liquid calories, which is great. And then I make some like egg fried rice, and I eat that all the time, every day, because I know for a lot of you, you're like, don't you get bored of eating that? Don't you get like sick of that? And it's like, think about it from my perspective, right? If all I have to give to achieve my goal of bulking and being productive is eating the same food every day that I already enjoy that's healthy, then that is the smallest price to pay possible for being able to bulk, eating the healthy meals, eating something that actually boosts my testosterone, helps me be productive. Think about how much of a small price that is to pay, because you can't have everything. Because in the other schedules that you guys talk about, you're either wasting your time in some way, so you're giving time, which is fine if that's what you want. You want to give up your time, okay, that's fine. What else? You're not only giving up your time, but time that you could be doing something else. So it's like a double whammy on top of that, right? And some meals that you might not actually enjoy, some meals that you might not think are healthy. Some of you are probably watching this thinking, well, I'm not gonna get all my daily macronutrients if I eat the same thing. It's like, you're probably already on a shit diet where you're not getting the macronutrients. So why are you becoming a scientist now? Okay, think about that. I'm not attacking you, I'm attacking your limiting beliefs. So think about that, right? So I don't care if you're overweight, I don't care if you're skinny, and I don't use that as a derogatory term, trust me, because I was there too. I understand what it's like to be skinny, right? So I use that just as like a tough love word, right? Because if something in your brain is activating while I'm saying those words, it helps you kind of understand that like you might not like yourself in the position you're in right now, and you don't like me saying that to you, and it probably means that you don't feel good about yourself, right? And that's not for me to make you feel bad about yourself, it's to make you realize that like maybe perhaps you do want to make a change, right? But again, I digress. As I was saying, right, you have the benefits of a healthy meal. Healthy helps you also boost your testosterone, helps you make all those meals at one time where you could listen to a podcast like a Huberman Lab or something at that time, and you can focus on eating all your meals within that time window and bulk. The only thing when it comes to this is you have to train yourself. You're going to go through trials and tribulations of being like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can eat this. Oh my gosh. You're going to go through trials and tribulations of finding the right foods that you enjoy, that are healthy, that you actually want to like consume like a monster. So for me, that's like egg fried rice, add some flavor to that with some like onion powder and stuff like that. And then I make a protein shake that's about 1,000 calories, oats that are about 1,000 calories, and then an egg sandwich that's about 800 calories, right? And so you mix and match and optimize these foods, and then you realize all you have to do is eat those same foods, and you can be comfortable knowing that you're gaining weight, and you're gaining it in a great way, and it's lovely, and you're reaching your goals while being able to be productive. Isn't that crazy? That's like what we dream of being able to do, because we think bulking's a full-time job, but it doesn't need to be, right? Now, I'm not going to say this is going to be easy. Like I said, you're going to go through and find it hard to adjust to a schedule like this initially. So don't let that get you down, because you're not going to be great at something you just start out. Secondly, you're going to have to do a little bit of your grocery shopping, a little bit of your research, but it's a great first initial investment that gives you great returns. It's kind of like entrepreneurship, right? I know I'm not a pro at that. I'm not making any money off of what I'm doing, but I understand that there's some concepts that I need to implement better in terms of entrepreneurship that I'm learning from people like Hamza, from Iman Gaji, and all these people. They're like, okay, look, if you can optimize a process and then keep going by that, you make that initial investment and start making money online, because the time investment, it's kind of like that. You make that initial time investment to research all the foods that you might actually enjoy, you cook them up, and then all you got to do is make those same foods and you already enjoy them anyway, and they're healthy if you've done your research right, and you eat them, and you'll be bulking, and you'll be lean bulking without any problems, without any limiting beliefs. I know today I'm going to gain weight, or not today exactly, but you know what I mean. Over the course of time through my bulk, I'm going to gain weight, because I'm sure in the back of my mind, the mindset I have is, as long as I eat my meals, I bulk. As long as I eat my meals, I bulk. And then it's like, oh, what if you hit a plateau? Well, all I have to do is add extra calories to my pre-existing meals that are already not at 1,000 calories. So I'm gonna have my 1,000-calorie shake, my 1,000-calorie oats, right? And then okay, I'm plateauing. Okay, maybe I tweak my 800-calorie burger and make it 900 calories. Add something onto there that might help that, and just boost my caloric intake by 100 calories, and perhaps that'll help me bulk, and I start gaining weight again. It's really just that simple. You can be comfortable knowing that, as long as you have all your meals and you know they're healthy, the comfort that comes within your mind knowing that all you have to do is cook them and eat them for the day, it's great. Now, again, like I said, you have to train yourself to do this. Something that might help you, if you can't eat that in a smaller window, I like eating all my foods within a 4-hour window. So 1 hour each. I'll be like, okay, I'll eat this, and I'll try to eat 2 things at once. Because what I've noticed is, if I eat slow, then I start digesting it, and I'm already getting slow from all the food I'm already eating, right? All of that I have in my tummy, so I'll try to eat it actually quick. And the fasting helps because it makes you hungry, right? So you'll be able to eat it quick, and I have my hardest food that I have to eat, which is the oats. It looks like fucking cat food, right? I'll eat that first, so it's easy for me, and then I'll eat all the enjoyable meals that are even more enjoyable for me later, and that helps. One other thing is, if you work out, right, one other thing that can help you close down that window a little bit, have one of the meals before you work out, and have the harder meal before you work out, preferably like a carbohydrate meal, right? I don't do this personally right now, because I am currently doing it right now because of my schedule, the way it works, but I'm telling you to be able to reduce your window and help you reduce that slowly but surely, right? Have one of those meals before your workout, and it'll give you a nice little boost. It will make it so that you're, expending your energy throughout that workout with that meal, and it'll help if it's carbs, right? And so, yeah, that helps you close down your window, and then you can be a little bit more hungry for that post-workout meal. So that really, really helps, okay? And that'll help you close down your window a little bit more. So the biggest concerns you'll have is just training yourself into doing it, which takes time, like everything good does, okay? You can do that. You can do that. If I can do this, bro, you can do that, okay? And the only other thing is just finding the foods, which is an initial investment of learning, okay, what foods do I actually like? Oh, do I like mayo on this, or do I like ranch on my burger, or do I like on my egg burger, by the way, not some, I don't know, Chick-fil-A or some shit. Learn these things that I've just talked about and given you the value, and you'll be able to bulk whilst being productive, which is something that a lot of people don't think is possible. But a huge part of it is just belief, training yourself in doing it, because of course you're not going to be used to it, having that initial investment of finding the foods you like, right? And it's going to, and assuming you do your research right, it's healthy food that helps you get your macros. And perhaps, let's just say, you're missing out on some, I don't know, zinc, magnesium, or maybe some calcium. Buy supplements for that, okay? Buy supplements for that. And I'm not talking about like go to some influencer and buy supplements from them, bro. Go to the drugstore and just buy like a calcium supplement, cheapest it'll be, right? Something like that, and that'll help you get your macronutrients in. And you know, one other thing I wanted to address, very very tiny, because I know a lot of us can't afford the carnivore diets right now that Hamza's like they're doing great work by talking about these diets, and I'm sure they help. But the problem is that a lot of us aren't at that level where we can necessarily afford a diet like that or understand a diet like that. Understanding is still like less of the problem. You can learn to take your time to learn that diet, but it's more so you literally can't afford it right now. Okay, so you have to find other bulking or alternatives. And um, you know, let me know if you guys would want to know my meals and stuff like that. I can talk about that, but find foods that you actually like, again, that are healthy. I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but to get it into your mind to help you understand that this is actually possible, I'm saying it over and over again because I'm actually doing it, and I have the comfort of mind knowing I'll hit my goal because, oh, I'm eating the same healthy thing every single day and I actually enjoy it and I can fit it into this block and it helps me get all my work done prior. I still struggle with getting a lot of my work done in the morning. I won't lie to you, like struggling to wake up on time to be able to do some activities or make some videos sometimes and stuff like that. But this schedule is really helping me just optimize my meals and optimize the time in which I eat them. Okay, you're not going to be great at this at the beginning. Let me repeat that. You're not going to be good at this. It takes time to kind of shorten your window. You have to train your body to do it, you know, and learn that, oh, it's going to eat this many meals at this many times. What really helps is just like after I break my fast, I try to have the hardest meal that's possible that I dislike the most, even though I like pretty much all of them. The one I dislike the most, I'll try to have that first and then eat another one on top of that immediately. And then I'm like out of commission for like 2 hours and I'm just like listening to podcasts or doing like light work that doesn't take a lot of brain power, because like you're going to feel woozy and stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's the equivalent of feeling high. When you eat this much food, it's the equivalent of feeling high. You're gonna feel very, very goofy. It's gonna be hard to get used to at first, but once you do, I promise this actually helps and works and is definitely possible to bulk while you're trying to do very, very productive things. So yeah, that's all I got for you. And let me know if you have any video things that you guys would like me to talk about down in the comments below. Wow, I cannot talk. But yeah, let me know if there's any topics you want me to talk about. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you found value in this video, right? And yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.